Right, so we have FOMC in about 5 minutes. If you guys seen my Instagram channel, from after we left the previous live session, I went ahead and got in because I got this signal for an entry right here. And well, it pretty much expanded up and we hit or I hit the take profit, which was above these highs. And I only left a really small position on for FOMC to see about FOMC takes us up to the further buy side that we have up here. So hopefully we'll get that for FOMC. We've got about 5 minutes for it to begin. So we'll watch that news and see what we get. Just give me 1 sec while I upload an IG story that we're live.
My story was passing.
Okay, so yeah, these are today's trades. This is the first one we took in the morning, which I closed out early because price was retracing on us, so took out the entry before we actually hit the stop loss. Then we took another entry and also closed it a little bit early, but still had about 0.3% loss. And then we took another entry with these 2 entries here together. Was risking 0.6% on that one, which also ended up hitting stop loss. And that's where we ended the live session. And then after the live session, I took these entries around this level, which is the 108.15 level here. I got in with 3 entries of 0.3% each, so risking 0.9%, almost a 1% risk. I took a one completely off at a 2-to-1 here for $682. That way I would break even from the losses that I had down here with this trade and this partial close. And then obviously we hit the TP at 108.32, which is above these highs. 109.70.5. So 109.70.5 was my TP, which was around this area here, around the highs that were formed here, which it closed the full position there, made about 1.5% on one trade. So that's a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio, pretty much. A little bit more because I took, I think, 2 lots off before we actually hit TP. So it was about, if we were risking 300, made 1,500 US100, that's 5-1. And whatever, I think it was this what we took out took out 2.19 from this trade. So it was, if this one, I would have left this one to full TP, it would have been another, I don't know, another 300 more. So it was like a 6-1 trade. And then these are the other entries or partials that I took out. So I'm leaving this really small partial on, which is the 1.5, to see if we get up to these levels up here. And we have FOMC in right now, actually, with this candle opening. So I'd expect it to keep on heading higher. Obviously, we could take out the low here first, but overall move should, we should see it stretch its wings higher still. And yeah, it's pretty much the same account, live account that I passed the challenge with the first intake of the signals group. But let's go ahead and watch FOMC's action right now. Like I said, we want to see price reach the highs up here. And once it does, and we hit the TP for this one, I'll possibly look for some sells. I want to see it get up here first. And let me just erase these here. So far it's not having much volatility, but we should start seeing a lot of volatility kicking in the next 5 minutes. So I'll take this out the way so there's no distractions. Okay, so NASDAQ making a run for the low. It could possibly reach imbalance here, but overall, we want to see a move to the upside. And if we don't get a trade or an opportunity to get in, then oh well, like, I'll be glad to just take what I made in the morning session. Which in total was about almost 3%, I think. Yeah, 2.7%, and whatever profit is open right now. There is also a lot of retail liquidity under these lows here. But hopefully we can get a move up first is what I would like. And then it could continue down to attack the liquidity under these lows here. So far it's hit the imbalance that I mentioned. Or it was pretty close on tapping it. Didn't quite get there. I believe it should start pushing up now for the buy side of that we've been talking about. So this new 5-minute candle should rip through all these down candles and the buy stops above here and head for the buy stops up above there as well. All I'm waiting is for a new 1-minute candle to open up. That's gonna be my entry right there. My stops just around the 108.80 level. Let me actually put it to the 8 level right there. I'll move the stop up there as well, since I don't believe it should come back down any lower than that. And we'll just see it accumulate more orders around this area to continue on going higher. So I'll take partials above this high, which is about 2-to-1. And then full profits above that high there. Okay, so preferably we want price to stay above this high here. At the most, it should just test the open of this down candle. It's going to keep on going higher. So that does not look quite good for our trade. So it's most likely might get stopped out. All right, it looks like our re-entry actually got stopped out. Our our first entry that we had down here got stopped out. And our current entry is still on there. Okay, now it got stopped out. So that takes us to $2,500 for the day. So 2.5% for the day still. And I'll see if I'll possibly take another opportunity now right now. If not, I'll close it as we're at what we are at right now. So on the 5-minute, looks like it's still respecting the small gap in here with the closing of the bodies. It's respecting this down candle here. So if we get another expansion up or some breakdown on the 1-minute time frame, the long could possibly still be in play. And if it doesn't, then it's most likely going to come down for these sell stops here. So we'll just wait for a little confirmation to see if it wants to expand away from this once more. Which looks like it's wanting to. So the entry that I took, it was just a wrong stop placement. And it looks like the bias is still in play for the stops above here. So I'll just wait for an entry confirmation and see if we get that still. Because we took already the sell stops below this low and these lows here. And we had a really nice expansion up. Just wasn't expecting this big of a retracement. I would have liked for it to continue on heavy. So we'll just have to wait for a new confirmation and to get in sync with the play. Okay, so once again, it looks like it's having some reaction inside of this level. Failed to take out this low, so it's keeping market structure bullish. And you have 30 more seconds for a next 1-minute candle, which is where I'd personally be taking a trade. About 15 more seconds. I have my stop just right about there. Okay, so I'm going to be entering right there once more with the 0.3% stop loss. And my stop's all the way down here. but I really don't want to see it trade through this area again. We want to see it stay above, personally above this down candle here, and reject that to the upside. So that's one of the things that you guys should implement in your trading is, as I do, always have a mental stop loss before your actual stop loss. So at least you'll know when you could start looking to mitigate the losses that you're receiving from drawdown. Because I know my stop loss is all the way down here, but this is really what I'm looking at to see if it's going to hold or break. That way, if it breaks, I'm able to close my stop loss with less risk than what I've actually opened it up for. So now we see that area support, it's expanding up now. So we should see furthermore expansion to the upside with the equal highs up here, which this should yield 700. So about a 2-to-1, probably take half there. And then I'll see if we could reach the equal highs above here. Oh, just hit myself. And although, if I would have had my stop just below these lines here, although it would have gave me twice as much of a risk to reward, professional traders doesn't really look for risk to reward, right? They don't look for how much more they can make. Professional trader, what's their priority is to be able to reduce risk as much as possible. So that's pretty much what I use or I do in my trading, and it really helps a lot to maintain your risk really small when going into like a huge losing streak or stuff like that. So it helps you really stay in the game, and it's something I would really recommend for you guys to try out in your trading. Okay, so we got that expansion up higher now. We should start seeing it really want to stretch to the upside now. I believe my stop at break even should be I should be okay at break even, but I'm just gonna reduce it down to this area here, which cuts my risk in half pretty much. That way, if it does want to have a retracement, that way I won't be scared out of the trade or anything. Okay, so we're getting close to the first TP, or the first liquidity area that I'll be looking to take partials out of. So once we get closer to it, I'll open up my terminal so I could take about half off. That way I'll recover the loss that I took earlier on this session, and I'll still have something running for our final objective above here. And as you guys can see, I'm really not risking much on my trades, right? Every trade that I take, I'm only risking 0.3%. So not even half of a percent. And look at where the equity of my account is. So that shows that you don't really need to risk a lot to make a lot. Just with good risk management with the small risks is the way to go, and the way you'll comfortably be able to grow your accounts as well. In trading, really, my motto would be the less you do, the more you gain. We had a down candle formed. Next one should be bullish candles, and throughout the next minutes should also be posting bullish candles as well. So far on our live session, we're in buys, looking for a target here above that high. Let's go. Okay, so that's the most retracement that I want to see. Like I said, I don't really want to see it come up, or sorry, come down below this high here. So if it doesn't start turning the corner there or reaches my entry, I'm just going to go ahead and close and look for a different one. Get one last shot for it to reject. No. So closing the trade there. Since we did not have any more push up there, it's most likely going to reverse now, to, like I said, to take out these lows here. Yeah, it doesn't look bullish no more, guys. So I'm going to try to attempt for a sell. Just want to get my stop right. I believe a stop just above this wick should be enough. I'll just wait for the next minute candle to open. Either on the next minute candle or the one after that's where I'm going to be entering at. And if this trade loses, that's going to be all I'm going to be trading for today. I think the next one's the one that's going to give me the entry, but so 10 more seconds for the next candle. There we go. We could hit that black line that's hovering it under. That'd be my entry right there. And it looks like it does not looks like it's not gonna hit it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the the sell right there. We should see it expand lower. I'm trying to move this line here. It doesn't let me. The heck. There we go. All right, so yeah, my stop loss is, like I've mentioned, above this wick here. And looking for the sell stops under this low. We should fill all of this imbalance here and target the stops lower. I'll be taking some partials here at a 1-to-1. So I'm going to close a little bit less than half of my lot size there. Since we did jump inside of a pool of liquidity under these lows and had this imbalance trade too. Just gonna wait to see if we get that same 1-to-1 risk reward ratio so I could close something up. Like I mentioned, it was most likely going to be on the second candle that we were going to drop. I didn't get the entry where I wanted on this black line, but it still gave us the push downwards. So taking half right. We'll see. If it starts stretching a lot with large ranges, I'll leave it on, but if we start rejecting it, and if we pull back up above the lows from these candles, that's where I'll close it. But if it stays under, I'll just leave it there. Yeah, I want to start seeing large ranges down, just like this big candle. We want to start seeing big down candles forming. And let me just note the low here. Like I said, I want to see price stay below these lows from these candles. If it starts digging above it, then I'll close half of my entry, a little less than half. So we just want to see it go test it and then reject and go lower. There we go, tested. Now we're rejecting and going lower. So 108.10 would be the target that I'll be using to take partials. And we're almost about to open a 30-minute candle as well. So about a 1.5 to 1 currently up on this trade. See if we could get that 1.10 to close 4 lots off. So the next candle has to come down and test that low. This candle right here has to hit that liquidity. Right under this low here. Okay, so closing half off there since it did not come down all the way. And we, like I said, we have a lot of sell side down below these lows here. And then this low here. I'll probably take most of it off below these lows though. I'll place stop just a little bit above my entry. Or actually, it shouldn't go above my entry. I think at 108.70 should be good. So I'll put it just above 108.70. So we're back up to $2,600 up, so 2.6%. I believe this should be the high. This should be the retracement to continue on for sell side. And we have a new 5-minute candle opening in just a little bit. We'll see if that gives us the expansion down. You're taking a re-entry there with my stop just above this low. Expecting the price to start turning around here. Don't really want to see much retracement. And hopefully we're able to trade through this small imbalance here. If it starts rejecting it, then I'm going to be most likely wrong and I'll close both of my entries. Okay, so after the low from the previous candle is traded through, we want to see it price expanding down quickly to the downside and attack the swing low that it created for this session. So it should possibly do it on this candle right now. That just opened up. Right there. Still struggling to take this low. That's the low that I'm mentioning right there. After we take that out, it should start expanding lower. So right there, we should start seeing large ranges down. So currently right now, it just retraced back inside of the same range. So as long as it doesn't break this high, we're good. It should just could be just a small retracement inside of this range here. Should have a new 5-minute candle forming in just a little bit. Right there. So hopefully this is the one that's going to start painting bearish candles. We took out the low once again. Haven't taken the high like I mentioned, so that's good. And once we take this low out, it's going to try to jump and take these lows out as well. I'll let it hit that level. See if it rejects. And it's going back up. So first entry just got closed and it's possibly gonna, yeah, it's gonna go up and hit my re-entry most likely. We'll see. I'll just let it hit stop if it's gonna hit my stop. If it comes, test this and rejects, then it's most likely to continue up. If it trades through it, then our sell is going to be good. So this is the level that we're pretty much monitoring right now. So I'll possibly have a new re-entry if we keep this high intact. At least I was able to take half of the position off of the first entry or the first sell. So yeah, it looks good. It looks like it's going to continue on down now. Okay, so taking a new entry right there. Right when this candle opened up and tested the black line, you can't see my entry because of the black lines there. Let me try to take it out. Right there. As soon as it tested that, that's where I got in with my stop, same as the previous entry there. So now I want to see price start expanding down. Also for the 5-minute, we're going to open a new 5-minute candle, so that the next 5 minutes should actually start going bearish, as well as the new 15-minute candle that we're going to open. So this candle here that opened up should deliver down close ranges now. Those taken out, so we should start seeing it expand lower. It's just taking a while today. And it's normal because it's barely the first week of January, so price action is not going to be clean as it normally is. I want to see price stay below this line here. I don't want to see it go any higher than that. If it does, I'll just close before we hit our stop loss. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, it should still be good. Let's try this. So yeah, it's going to start expanding. Let's see. If it's going to go lower, this high has to not get breached. So that's why my stop's there. But if it takes out this high, then it's most likely going to continue higher. Hopefully this candle can close with the high below this high. So it did close below that high, so that confirms to me that we're most likely going to turn the corner here now. And if this low, sorry, if the high from this candle also closes as it is, then that's going to be a higher confirmation that it's going to start searching for the sell side here. As long as we don't reject away from this small little gap in here. So hopefully it doesn't reject that gap. That would be amazing. And especially if we trade through it and close under it, that would be even better for our short position. So it closed inside of it, so that's not good still. We need it to close under it. So hopefully this next 1 minute candle closes under it. And if we're able to close under this low with this same 1 minute candle, that's going to be even better. But we don't want it to reject and then start going up. We want to see this one close as a bearish candle. And once we start breaking down lower, we should start breaking down lower quick, just like these candles here. We should start seeing really large candles attacking this liquidity and then heading for this one here. So we got that 1 minute candle closing below it. We don't want to see it trade above this area here anymore. So that right there, that's not good. So I'll be most likely closing my position if it starts expanding higher. I really don't like these equal highs here. It's most likely going to want to take those out before dropping. Okay, so right there, taking my stops out, or taking my entries out, saving my stop. And that's going to be all for today, probably. So I remained with the 4.5% overall. So that means I stayed with the about 2.1% for the day. So I'll be calling it a day, and I probably won't be trading tomorrow or Friday because it's NFP week and I usually don't trade NFP weeks. And this is, you guys could see why I don't trade NFP weeks a lot, because price actions isn't really as clear as other weeks. But I'll leave you guys with that. And I'll see you guys next time. For you guys on the levels committee, I'll be uploading my bias either later today or tomorrow for the rest of the week. Yeah, you're welcome, Jimmy. I'll see you guys on the next Zoom session. You guys have a nice day.